to day 9 of the Big Mac Challenge. So, it is actually like supper time now. I have had an entire day, but so got up and took Preston to orchestra early, came home, got ready, went to work, had a training session all day long, but I took with me, we actually had lunch early. We had lunch at like 11, which worked out really well. But I took with me half of the, what was that stuff called? The broccoli lo mein that I made last night. Took half of that, and then I took 2 plums that I had chopped up. So I had that for lunch. It was fabulous, like super, super good. Anthony ate the rest of what was left. I think about the other half of what I had left over, and he really enjoyed it as well. My 2 kiddos that I made it with the Brussels sprouts and a little bit different seasoning on the tofu, I loved it. So that went over real well. I would highly suggest making that recipe if you like. Well, it's kind of a little bit salty, but like I said, we rinsed off the liquid. We just cooked the noodles with the sauce and then rinsed it off, so not quite so bad. Anyways, moving beyond yesterday into today. So then I was busy this afternoon, but what I really, really, really wanted to make for you guys is a recipe that I don't know that this recipe is exactly the recipe. I don't think it's a copycat recipe of what it is that we have at we go to a Mediterranean restaurant, and that we have 3 things there that we absolutely I mean, there's more than 3 things that are wonderful there, but 3 things that my husband and I both just love. They've got a hummus that is fabulous. Every once in a while it's got a little too much smoky flavor going on, but for the most part it's almost always just spot on delicious hummus. They've got a rice dish that has it's rice flavored, and then it's got like, I think that they fry the vegetables and the cranberries and the onions and all the stuff that goes on top, like deep fat fry. I don't know for sure how they make it, but it is also fabulous. Absolutely phenomenal. And then I always have fresh fruit. Well, they don't always, but lately, the last few times that we've gone, I don't know if they will now or not, because it's starting to get to the end of the summer season, but they have fresh fruit that's really, really good. But the other thing that we absolutely super duper love is this, it's called spinach and cabbage salad, but I don't think there's any spinach in it whatsoever. Pretty darn sure there's no spinach in there. Maybe like 1 or 2 leaves here or there, but the majority of the salad is not spinach. But it's so stinking good. It's got tons and tons of spices on it, and I have no idea what it was. So we spent some time looking on the internet, and I came up with this. It's called Lebanese Slaw, and I think it's going to be very similar. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm really excited about the ingredients. So the one thing about this is that you need oil to make the dressing. You really kind of do, because you need something to be a greasy consistency to stick to the spices that you put in, because you put a bunch of dry spices in it to stick to your cabbage. So Jill McKeever to the rescue. Forever ago, it's been years now, but I'm pretty sure it's been at least 2 years, if not more. No, probably about 2 years. I'm exaggerating. Anyways, she has a YouTube video that I'll put in the description box below of how to make essentially cornstarch into oil, and it works. I've never tried it before. I've never been that desperate for an oil substitute, to be honest with you, but I kind of wish I had tried it before, because holy cow, this totally works. So you take a cup of liquid, whether you use broth or water, doesn't matter. We used broth, probably should have just used water, but whatever. And you put a teaspoon of, you're supposed to use cornstarch. We don't have cornstarch in our house, but we do have potato starch, so we used that instead. And you just whisk it over, you set it to low boil, and you whisk it continuously until it becomes clear. It's supposed to stay clear, which it didn't really stay clear. It's not, I mean, it's certainly not like you're not seeing me through that, you know, but it's definitely not like, I don't know. It's supposed to be clear, but good enough. But this stuff is seriously like oily consistency. Like, it's like super, super totally oily consistency. I'm super excited. It really and truly works. So you need lots of vegetables, which I have actually already chopped up the vegetables, and this looks so pretty. I'm like hesitant to want to do anything to it. So this bowl has a whole bunch of purple cabbage, some purple onions. You're supposed to use an English cucumber, but I just used the outside and didn't use the inside piece of a regular cucumber. Some radishes, it says white cabbage. I actually used a green cabbage, but that's okay. And then some little cherry tomatoes, and you're supposed to use a whole lot more tomatoes than this. And actually you're supposed to use more purple cabbage, but my bowl is getting full. So, but this is the right amount of radishes. That is the right amount of cucumber and the right amount of onion. A little bit shy on this and this, but whatever, it'll be fine. So, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, super exciting. So, that's the salad part. And then, let's see. Then also, you want some, I actually bought some fresh spices. Shocking, right? I have a little pile of fresh parsley and a little pile of fresh mint. So our house smells delightful right now because this mint smells wonderful. I'm not usually a huge fan of parsley, and that's kind of a lot of parsley, but I've got a lot of food in that bowl, so we're gonna call it good. I don't know. All right, let's make the salad dressing that you put on here. So in a little bowl, you want to put in 1 clove of garlic, and it's 2 cloves of garlic, which is 1 teaspoon, sorry. I actually measured that, which I never measure garlic, but I didn't want it to be overpowerful in the garlic sense. I wanted to try to make this dead on correct the first time, just to see if I could do it. Although I'm leaving the salt out. Whatever. It calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. So you put that in there, the salt and the lemon juice. And for lemon juice, you're supposed to juice 2 full lemons. I'm not sure how I feel about that part, to be honest with you, because that seems like a lot of lemon juice, but oh my gosh. I should have my husband over here doing this. But it does use a lot of spices, so I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 full lemons, even though that's a lot. And did you guys see this? I actually bought lemons too, rather than using lemon juice, the organic lemon juice that I buy. Ta-da! Obviously, I was very excited about this recipe because I bought like for real ingredients. Alrighty, guys. Una más. Oh my goodness. I am not this strong. Okay, there we go. So, juice of 2 lemons, garlic, and then it says to slowly drizzle in your olive oil, whisking continuously. I whisk it over here. So, it says 1/3 a cup of not oil, but our oil substitute. I should pour that with my other hand. It's a lot easier to whisk with the right hand when you're right-handed, I guess. All right, so now that we have this in here, we want to add some seasonings that I had to order online because I totally do not have this kind of random stuff. So, mint I do have. We buy this at the Indian grocery store because it's like super ridiculously cheap there. So you're supposed to put 2 teaspoons of dried mint. And then 2 teaspoons of something called za'atar and sumac. So this za'atar, it says on here, this is wild thyme, sesame seeds, sumac, salt, which we've got sumac, and sunflower oil. But this is like dry. I'm not really sure how they managed to get oil in here and have it be dried. So I'm not really sure about that, to be honest with you guys. And this one has just the sumac berry in it, which is very, very, very pretty. I have no idea what these taste like. Hopefully they taste wonderful because I'm going to put the full amount that it calls for in there. It calls for 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna put in 2 teaspoons. I'm not sure how they managed to get this into this dehydrated format with if there's oil in here. I really, really don't know. But, all right, there's that. So we want to stir this together. You're also supposed to put cayenne in here. I am actually going to leave that out, guys. I'm not interested in making my food spicy. That does not sound exciting to me at all. Okay, so you mix this together. This goes on your salad. You put your parsley and your fresh mint on your salad, and you have yourself a wonderful Lebanese slaw. So I'm going to get that put together and come back and try it for you, and I'm hopeful that it tastes, I'm hopeful that it either tastes completely different from what I eat at the restaurant, and that is really good, or that it tastes really similar, and I'm gonna be super, super excited about that. So if it tastes really similar, that's awesome. If it doesn't taste really similar, I hope it tastes totally different. That's what I'm hoping for. But I wanted to take a picture of this or show you guys this before I mixed it together because I'm not sure what it's gonna look like once it's all mixed up with the dressing on it and stuff. It might not be nearly as pretty, but anyways, I'm gonna go put this together and I'll be back with you guys in just a second for a taste test. All right, guys, so this is like the epitome of a beautiful salad, and it's also super, super, super high in fiber. The cabbage, a whole head of cabbage is like, I think it was 18, and then the purple cabbage was 23, or vice versa, one of the two. And then I didn't even count in there the tomatoes or the cucumber, or the onion doesn't have a whole lot, but it's got like 2 or 3. So anyways, lots of fiber going on here. So I have tried this, my husband has tried this. Okay, here's the thing. It's a little bit too minty. This is good though. A little bit too minty. I need to tame down the lemon juice a little bit. 2 whole lemons was just a little bit too much. So I've used a little bit more of the oil substitute and a little bit less lemon juice. And then leave out either the dried mint or the fresh mint. Just use 1 mint, not both. Which in what I would say is use the dried mint because it's very easy to sustain and you don't have to go purchase fresh mint from the store. I am super excited about the salad though, in that I think that, is this the perfect mix recipe? No. But I am super excited about this, being able to change this up a little bit, leave a little bit of the mint out, leave a little bit of lemon juice out, and make like this phenomenal Lebanese slaw. I'm really excited about this recipe. So Anthony and I are going to go eat. I've got 2 children that have left with my mom to go to orchestra. They go to one of the local colleges for orchestra once a week. So the other one is doing some homework, and we're all going to sit down. The 3 of us are going to sit down and eat supper now. The other 2 already ate before they left. So alrighty, I will see you guys for some exercise in just a little bit. All right, guys. So supper was really good. Again, a little too much lemon, a little too much mint. Hubby and I really both enjoyed that. That was very good. And that oil substitute was phenomenal. That was so cool. I don't know why I haven't tried that before. I'm not really sure. Anywho, today was a weights day. So I actually, seeing as I'm just about ready to put a kid to bed, but seeing as I'm home by myself because my husband had to go get the 2 from orchestra, I decided that I would do the weights a little bit differently. I did each of the 5 exercises straight through and then waited 2 minutes. And actually I waited 3 minutes rather than 2 minutes because that felt good. And then did them all. I did it that way. I have been very bad about remembering to take my turmeric for the last like 3-4 days. I'll remember one day and then not for 2 days, and then I'll remember for a day and then not for 2 days. And my wrist, and actually my elbow isn't too bad right now, to be honest with you, but I took some Aleve earlier, but my wrist is like super freaking sore. So I really need to get better about taking the turmeric on a regular basis. You can't expect something to help if you don't actually do it. So I have that a lot. I need to do something. Then I have to remember it. Anyways, so supper was very good. I have not had anything fermented. I totally forgot about that. So I am actually going to go and drink 4 ounces, not 8, 4 ounces of the mango kefir that I have left. Not a big fan, not excited about that in the slightest, but I'm going to go do it because I haven't had anything else fermented today. So I'm going to go get that out of the way. I don't have anything else to share with you guys for today. Other than I'm a little hot and sweaty after doing the weights. And yeah, that's it. I definitely would recommend you guys make that salad, but 1 lemon instead of 2. Use one version of the mint or the other, and then you got to find the random sumac and za'atar, which I just ordered off of Amazon because I wasn't going to try to find where I would find them in a Mediterranean grocery store somewhere. So, anywho, alrighty guys, that's it for me for today. I hope you had a fabulous day, and I will see you again tomorrow.